Flood Legends from the Americas, Part 2, Canada and the Arctic. The earliest explorers of Canada and the Arctic regions of North America found the knowledge of the flood among all the tribes they met, in remarkable correspondence with the Genesis account. We possess over 36 Aboriginal traditions of the flood from this area alone. There are several accounts of creation, the fall, and the Tower of Babel as well. These traditions do not speak of a local flood, or some generic flood story. They match the Noahic flood account on several specific details. There can be no doubt that they are referring to the flood of Noah, described in Genesis. Amongst 120 different tribes that I have visited in North and South and Central America, not a tribe exists that has not related to me distinct or vague traditions of such a calamity, in which 1, or 3, or 8 persons were saved above the waters, on the top of a high mountain. George Catlin, early 19th century explorer and painter. This expansive array of flood traditions, documented in my book Echoes of Ararat, is exactly what we would expect to find if the biblical account is true. This unequivocal body of evidence demands an explanation. It will be found that the only explanation that will do it justice is the truth of the Genesis record in light of the sheer volume of these tribal traditions, their antiquity, and the specific details with which they match the Genesis account. Eastern and Central Canada flood legends. Now, all the writers of barbarian histories make mention of this flood and of this ark. Josephus, AD 90. Let us begin with the Cree people that settled a vast section of Canada. Their ancient tradition, passed down from generation to generation, states that God sent the flood because people became completely disobedient, but a good man named Weesekachin built a large raft on which he boarded all his family, as well as a pair of all the birds and all the animals. The man sent out a raven and a dove, the latter of which returned with a piece of clay in its legs. The man concluded that the earth was quite dry, and he landed. The Montane or Innu of eastern Canada said, God, being angry with the giants, commanded a man to build a large canoe. The man did so, and when he had embarked in it, the water rose on all sides, and the canoe with it, till no land was anywhere to be seen. They have a memory of Noah's raven too, being warned of the flood in a dream. Their ancestor built a raft to save his family and all types of animals, floating upon the waters for many moons. Ottawa tradition told to Alexander Henry, the Ojibwa people of Canada and the Great Lakes area, tell that their patriarch built a giant raft and rescued all sorts of animals and birds upon it. On this raft he floated about for a long time, till all the mountains were covered, and all the beasts of the earth and fowls of the air, except those he had with him, perished.